Guys, it's Big Weather with this tropical update and the latest on Hurricane Erin, now a hurricane as it works through. Let's go ahead and show you what's happening as far as the latest update, the 8 o'clock update coming to us from the National Hurricane Center. Maximum sustained winds are now up to 85 miles an hour, so it has gained strength. Gusts going to 90. This thing is expected to become a Cat 2 by tomorrow afternoon, then turning into possibly up to a Category 4 hurricane. We knew this was going to be the first major hurricane of the season, but and a couple days ago we were thinking it might get up to 4. Now we're sure it's going to get up to 4. The path takes it between Bermuda and Cape Hatteras. Now notice the cone of uncertainty extends over toward Bermuda. It doesn't quite make it into Hatteras. That's for the center of the storm. But I definitely think they'll feel the effects of this on the Outer Banks. Let's check the latest spaghetti plot. This is all of the consensus models kind of put together. You can see there's one outlier, a white one, the white line on the left-hand side. That's the one that, let me see, can I move my mouse? You can't see my mouse on there. I thought I'd try. But the outlier is the one that kind of wobbled to the west. All the other ones are pretty tightly packed, though, taking it closer to Bermuda. So let's break down the different models that we're seeing right now. We'll actually start with the American model. Show you that one first, and then we'll take a look at the all-important European model. Everybody always wants to know how that does. And you'll notice that the American model keeps these all pretty tightly packed. This is what we call an ensemble run. So each line on this map is the same model, it just starts with different data. And so it has different solutions. And there's 35 different versions of this we can take a look at. There's only 2 or 3 that bring it close to us out of the 35, so that's good. Notice the bulk of them really take it right up through the center part between Hatteras and Bermuda. And then when we look at the model that puts it all together, this is the American model. You'll notice it stays closer to Bermuda than Hatteras, but it's going to go right through. By the way, the American model does try to develop a second storm. That won't necessarily happen. That's just a model, and let's face it, 10 days out, 12 days out, whatever, that's probably not going to happen. So don't get too worried by that. Let's go from that one to the European, and the European ensemble will run this ahead, and you can see European ensemble has 50 different runs on it, and 3 or 4 of those do bring it closer to Hatteras. One does bring it closer to Hatteras, but the European's still pretty tightly packed closer to Bermuda. If we look at the consensus model of that and run this out, you can see it's going to work right up between Bermuda and Hatteras. It does look a little closer to Hatteras than it did yesterday. If we run it completely out to the end, yeah, look what's missing down by Haiti. The European model has 0 in the way of a storm. So that's why we don't really worry about that second part of that model. All of this being said, this thing is going to come close to the U.S., and unfortunately, it is going to bring some big waves. Let me switch modes on this real quick and back it up. So this is the wave height forecast, one of the tools we use, and you'll notice as we go toward Wednesday morning, we're starting to see just offshore of Hatteras and the Outer Banks anywhere from 6 to 12 foot waves. As the storm gets closer, look at all of that water out there, and those waves are going to work their way inland. As a matter of fact, at Hatteras it does show 12 to 14 foot waves. Now if that happens, we'll definitely see beach erosion. We'll see overwash, and Highway 12 could become untravelable, if that's a word. Impassable. That's the word I was looking for. So that could be a problem for anyone headed down to the Outer Banks. You're not going to want to head down Highway 12, especially for the middle part of next week. Once again, though, we'll go back to the top of this with the 8 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center. Maximum sustained winds at 85 miles an hour, gusts going to 90. Even though the models right now are showing this thing staying out to sea, remember, now is the time to be working on your hurricane preparedness kit. Do you have 3 days worth of food and water in case you were to lose power? Not necessarily from this storm, but from any storm. You should be ready to go. And that transitions into winter as we start to see more ice storms around here. So work on your hurricane kits now. You can find it by Googling Hurricane Kit ABC 11, and I've got a story on there you can check out. Until then, that's going to do it for us for now here in the ABC 11 Forecast Center. Take care, stay safe, and we hope you have a great weekend.